Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Film Pub. It's Halloween. Dressed as Rocky. Uh, I'm Alex, co-host.
Miguel.
Yeah. And what's good, man? How you spending your Halloween today?
I hung out with a few friends. We watched some movies. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
What movies did you guys watch?
We watched This Is the End, and then we watched.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
great,
such a great movie. It was the
great
first. It was
movie.
my first time seeing it, bro. I was dying.
Oh my God, I love when the part where he's reading the Bible and
Mm,
she's like, and you will see a great mountain on fire, guys. And I just look at the Hollywood Hills, and then Craig's like, Jay, it's a hill. That's why it's called the Hollywood Hill. I was like, yo,
bro.
that's the exorcism part is great
Oh my
because
god, that part was fucking hilarious. When he
he's all
just
like,
catches fire
now it's
too.
like the power of Christ compels you.
Does it?
The
Does it?
power of Christ compels you. Does it? The power
Does
of
it?
Christ. Well, it's not so compelling, is it? Oh,
That part was fucking hilarious.
and then once it's like, seriously, guys, fuck off. I was like, oh my god. Yeah. Oh.
Bro. And then the scene when James Franco when he says like getting lifted up into heaven.
Oh, and he fucking yeah.
Oh man, such a great
That
movie.
that that movie needs some more love because that's one of the
Mhm.
greatest That's like top three or top five comedies of all
It's
time in
so
my book.
hilarious, man. It just became one of my favorites.
Yeah,
And then
dog.
right after that, we watched White Chicks as well. So it was
Oh,
just back to
classic,
back laughter, man. It
classic,
was
classic,
so
classic.
great.
Was that all? Or you guys did a spooky movie?
No, that's it. And then we played some Uno and then some Cards Against Humanity, like in person. How was
So,
your week though?
my week was all right. It was simple. Did some schoolwork here and there. But this week wasn't that big, and not downstream, but like in the news in general. So I think we should get down to the news. Also, happy Halloween. I know by the time people watch, it's not Halloween, but if you do watch today, stay safe and wear a mask. You're gonna go to a social distance party.
Mm.
On with the show, ladies and gentlemen. Our first topic today is a very well. I'm gonna be honest with a lot of you guys. A good proportion of our topics today is on Netflix because here at Film Pub we love to shit on Netflix for anything
Man.
and everything. So let's get started. Our first piece of news today is that Netflix Premium's subscription plan is no longer 16 bucks. Ugh, sorry guys, it's now 18 bucks a month. Um, this worries me a little. I'm not gonna lie. I remember a few years ago, people were saying, "Oh, it's gonna be like cable. They're gonna start slow. Soon it's gonna be $20 a month, then $30 a month." I was like, "No, of course not. It's Netflix. It's cheap." And then the years went by and it get pricier and pricier, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm kind of scared. It's 20. It's gonna be $20 next year, and then the year after 22." I just, it's not that I get it. It's like four screens or more, right? So I mean, it's not that big of a deal because the everything else remains the same, the $14 plan and the $9 plan, but it's crazy. Miguel, what are your thoughts on Netflix? Is like we gonna need that bank.
I'm kind of disappointed to be honest. Um, it was already hard kind of keeping track of like all my subscriptions. $16 to Netflix, like $7 to Disney Plus, and then like $10 to like Apple Music or something like that. So the fact that they're raising the prices is making me consider canceling my subscription until like some new stuff comes out. Because to be honest, they don't really have anything at the moment. I'm not gonna pay $18 a month to watch Kissing Booth 2 though. Like,
That's true.
come on.
Unless you're like a hardcore The Crown fan, that comes out this month. But I mean, do you watch The Crown?
I don't.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Crown. I want to soon, but I don't know when I'll see it. Um, to me, I mean, hopefully, what this says is that Netflix, if they are putting this price on more, hopefully, there'll be like an HBO where it's like every month there's something on the hype or at least something interesting. And maybe Netflix already is like that, but maybe not just like because Netflix always has like their like things here and there. Because at the end of this month there is a show starring Anna Taylor Joy called The Queen's Gambit. I want to watch that because I fucking love Anna Taylor Joy, dude. But like I've also like I want to catch up with other shit like The Haunting of Hill House shows and Bly Manor. Certainly haven't had the time, but who knows? Maybe by next year it stays the same, but we get like a fuckload more. You know. That I mean that's what it speaks to me. But I'm saying it's like 18 bucks. Like, Man, I
Getting a little too close to 20 there, Netflix.
man, do I feel bad for the person who's paying for Netflix, the one that I'm using right now, cause oof, to pay $18 for a Russian roulette of movies. I don't know about that, but overall, I'm cool with it. Just as long as they're giving us good content. You want to lead us on to our next topic, homeboy?
Yeah, so in other news, it was recently confirmed that the Chappelle show was heading to Netflix. Which, what do you think?
Dave Chappelle's my favorite fucking comedian of all time. He's always since like ever since I first found him when I saw Robin Hood Men in Tights and he's a Chew. I just started exploring him more and more, and I fucking love Dave Chappelle. He's my favorite comedian of all time. So I've always seen his show, like little episodes here and there when I would go dog sit and the place had cable, or like snippets on YouTube. You know, but now it's gonna be on Netflix. Hey man, I'm all for that. I finally binge the show. It's also kind of sad that The Office is leaving next year because it's coming because Chappelle's coming out in 2021, right?
I believe so, although I'm not sure.
Yeah, but hopefully more people. Hopefully, I hope people discover this show a lot. Although the other thing that gets on my mind is like, God damn, they're gonna try to cancel
Some of the
culture him
stuff on there.
for.
So yeah, some of the
Someone's gonna
stuff
try
on
to
there.
cancel culture him for his show that he did years ago. It's so stupid because like they'll probably cancel culture him just for something he did like years back. It's just like it's not even what he did. It's a fucking joke. And I can
Hmm.
already picture that happening, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk
We're
about
gonna
film
see Chappelle.
premiere.
We're gonna see Dave Chappelle's over party trending like every day.
I mean, it's been training every day. It's just people don't give a fuck anymore. But yeah, I'm excited for Dave Chappelle. What are your thoughts, man?
Oh man, I'm so excited. I only discovered Dave Chappelle last year because I was scrolling through Netflix and I saw some of his comedy specials on there. So I watched a bunch of them and oh my goodness, man. I was looking everywhere for the Chappelle show, like to watch the full episodes. But like you said, I only saw like snippets here and there from YouTube clips and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
from what I've seen so far, it's fucking hilarious, man. Some of
the
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 skits on there.
the Clayton Bergs one. Oh my
Oh my
god,
god.
I love that one so much.
The fisticuffs one too. Have you seen that one? Man.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle and the Cribs one. Oh my god,
Oh yeah.
I like all these.
Bro, he did not miss.
Yeah, his comedy never misses. Well, for the most part, for some people, his comedy
Yeah.
never misses.
For the people who can take jokes.
I would I wouldn't go there, but maybe. But yeah, overall, I'm fucking excited, and I cannot fucking wait to see the Dave Chappelle show.
Same.
And moving on to our next topic, and still in the realm of Netflix. Uh, here comes the bad news. Netflix is developing a live action Assassin's Creed show. Not much info was given. I think they had like this little announcement panel, or they do this every year where they announce new shows every year, and it's and like Netflix and X is their Twitter thing, I think. And there's a bunch of like with the Godzilla show, the Pacific Rim show, but the biggest takeaway of that was that they're doing a live action Assassin's Creed show. Um, all I'm saying is my first thoughts, but then I want to let you go. So I can tell you already got you already got your state of mind ready. But all I want to say is 2018 was when they announced the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action show, and here we are 2 years later, and nothing has happened. Miguel, rant, bro. I can see it.
Here it goes. Here it goes. The joke. The joke of the year. This ain't making it past 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's
It ain't making
it's not making it past 3 seasons.
Man, nah, but like in all honesty, I'm not gonna go on a rant right now because it's Halloween, so I'm gonna give Netflix a break because they did give us Hubie Halloween,
Oh
and
God.
I did like I did like that, but nah, I know I'm kind of conflicted in the sense I'm sort of excited to see what they do with it, but at the same time I'm worried because I do like Assassin's Creed, and I hope they don't ruin it, man. I
Mm.
really do hope they don't.
Um, I mean, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are about the movie, but I've never seen it.
I haven't seen the movie either. I did not
Um,
want to watch it.
all I really wish Netflix would announce these shows when there's people involved and it's not just the
Once,
IP.
yeah, once they have like a teaser or something like in the works,
Not
like
even a teaser, just like hey, we're moving
the
forward
cast
with
and
this
stuff,
show
or
and now we have a writer, you know, or at least now we like have like that would be fine. But like the biggest problem, and I'm always gonna repeat, is that the seasons are fucking. The wait for these seasons are stupid. All right, it shouldn't take like move. I know it's movie standards now with Netflix, but it shouldn't take that much time as if it was a movie. You know, it should be consistent every year. Like that's one of the best things about national television. That's why shit like Breaking Bad and I just finished Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is mm, amazing. But I'm pretty sure Nickelodeon wasn't all like, oh great, take 3 years off, season two. Like nah, it was not like it was like all right, by next year, whatever season the show came out, release season two, release season three. I just I need that's one of the that's probably the only good thing about national television aside from the fact that it's like fucking long. But I really hope that they do move forward. They get a good writer, a good director, and that's about it. At least and a good showrunner, because I know the director of that movie was like acclaimed of the Assassin's Creed movie, but I'm pretty sure the writer had like some iffy shit going on, so people were kind of worried about that, and then we didn't turn out so great. So for Assassin's Creed, even if it does get made, again, not making it past 3 seasons, but we could at least get 3 solid seasons, and maybe it's like an anthology. The first are you playing Among Us right now? For a moment I thought you were, but I'm
nah, I
like
was
maybe
adding
like,
the list.
but maybe for now, the first season is based off like Black Sails or what's it called, a Black
Oh,
Flag? Yeah,
Black Flag, Black Flag.
yeah, and then the second season maybe it's based off the first game, like making an anthology where every year we follow a different assassin and their storyline. So that's all I gotta say. Again, Avatar: Last Airbender live action was announced 2 years ago, and it's about to be 3 years in
And we
fucking
haven't heard
January.
any good stuff from it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my takeaway from Assassin's Creed. Any final thoughts?
No. I hope Netflix gets the right people to work on this, and I hope they handle this, um, with care, because if they fuck this up, man. I
Yeah,
don't. I can't forgive them.
I don't think it's that they won't have this character because like they've done The Witcher, and The Witcher's a great show. I fucking love The Witcher, but it's all about. I think it's their ego at the end of the day, Because I remember when they announced The Witcher show, and people were like, "Ooh, is it gonna be this?" And then slowly throughout time, I remember we got the poster a year in advance. I'll never forget that shit. That shit was crazy. But yeah, um, we'll see. We'll see. Speaking of 3 seasons at Netflix, for all my Umbrella Academy fans, uh, this might be it for y'all. Umbrella Academy season 3 got greenlit, and it's gonna start filming in February. Uh, any? Do you have a eulogy prepared for this? Because this might be it.
Here lies the Umbrella Academy, one of the greatest shows I've seen this year. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. HBO, do your thing. Do your thing.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Yeah, I truly hope this isn't the last season for the Umbrella Academy, because man, season 1 and 2 were so good, and
Yeah.
I've
As soon as I finish the Hill Houses, I or the Haunting ofs, I'm gonna watch fucking not super Umbrella Academy, and then I'm gonna finish, and then I'm gonna finally watch Sex Education. But yeah, dude, I hear nothing but great stuff out of Umbrella Academy for
yeah,
sure.
Umbrella Academy is great. The way it develops like this group of characters is so incredible. Um, Netflix really has something with this show, and if they cancel it after this third season, they are fumbling the bag.
Yeah, it's hard because I remember when Sabrina, and that's our next topic, got renewed for season 4, and everyone was like, no, they have cut. And then season 4 is the last one. Daredevil season 3 was the last one. I don't know. I'm not ready to trust Netflix with IPs yet, and it's because of this. Um, I don't know. If the show, I feel like Umbrella Academy is the only uphand show we have right now. Like I feel that's the only show that can break the Netflix curse. You know, I feel like if season 3 does well and it gets to season 4, we're still gonna have to wait when season 4 comes out, and then when season 4 comes out, if it gets a 5, then the curse is broken. You know. I know people are like, but what about Stranger Things? Motherfuckers, Stranger Things
That's
is their only IP that they will jerk off to, man. That's their
and
only
and
one.
and it's the one show that should have gotten hit with the curse, man.
Honestly, yeah. I swear to God, if the next I know we're gonna have a special episode of Film Pub where we're just shitting on Stranger Things, but also like saying we do
Film
like it.
film pub Netflix slander. Just like 3 hours.
But yeah, I feel like season 4 is like, oh no, the Upside Down is back, but with Russia. I'm like,
I haven't watched it past the first episode.
I hope this one is more like I really hope it's like the Russians are going to the Upside Down or some shit. I can't have it has to be more than Upside Down coming back. Aside from that, because I don't go on that shit again.
Can season 4 be like more horror orientated, please? Like that's
Yeah,
all
I
I
mean,
want, bro.
yeah,
That's all I want.
yeah, but again, I feel like Umbrella Academy is the only one that can break the curse. Lucifer, that one's a little weird because technically they've only done 2 seasons, 4 and 5. Although they trying to do a part 6, which is crazy. But yeah, Umbrella Academy, all you fans, just saying. I'm just saying you might want to be prepared if
You
like
might want to get ready.
you might want to get ready if like once they're done shooting, it's like so proud to announce this will be the final season of Umbrella Academy. This shows, just be ready. Just in case. We're not saying it's gonna, but like Netflix is a little twitchy sometimes.
Get hashtag save the UA ready. Start
Yeah.
start copying it down and everything.
Yeah. Speaking of, and we're gonna go into the other shit news of Netflix. Netflix has released their teaser for their final season of the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Aside from the fact they got 4 seasons and it's done, Miguel, what are your thoughts on the teaser?
Another great show from Netflix getting teased.
Really,
I liked it. I thought it was really good.
really,
Yeah.
you and my other friend Haley, you guys both really like that show. I
You
just
don't
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
Doesn't really interest me. I mean, I've seen some part of it specifically where I just turn on little parts of it. And I'm like, oh, I might just watch the show for that. But so I'm not dissing it, but I'm not vibing with it. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm not saying it's trash. I'm shocked to hear that's a good show. Man, I might give it a chance now, but I saw the teaser as well. It looked nice for I really hope that sorry, they whatever cliffhanger they had out of this season, they cut it out. Just cut it out. Because one of the things I hated about the Runaways, which got canceled in season 3, is that they left the cliffhanger. I'm like, why the fuck? Y'all had a month to cut that out. Why would you leave it there? No one's gonna save this show. I'm sorry. No one was gonna save it. It's perfectly there on Hulu. It's on Disney Plus, guys. Go check that shit out. It's a really good show.
like maybe Disney Plus will
But
save us. And Disney was like,
yeah,
nah.
I mean, you never know now. You never know. I mean, so we'll see. But for all you Sabrina fans, y'all y'all got lucky than y'all might get lucky than the Umbrella Academy
It just
fans, but
barely made it out of the Netflix
yeah.
curse, and then they got caught.
So it looks nice. I'm not a particularly big fan of it. I'm so glad to hear you are. So yeah, that's my thoughts. It looked nice. It looks like a good finale. Any final thoughts?
No, I'm excited to watch it when it comes out in December.
Hmm. And that will do it for our Netflix topics, man. That was a lot.
They take up like half the like the
Yeah,
first part.
that's literally half it at all. But yeah, and now we're gonna move on to our next topic. Is that the Uncharted movie has finally finished wrapped. Mark Wahlberg took a picture of Sully's iconic sweater shirt Ugh. And I'm sorry, I just marked Wahlberg. Anyway, I don't mean to diss him, but just Jesus Christ. Anyway, do you think this movie's gonna be good?
I don't know. When I saw Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, I was like, okay. Then I saw Mark Wahlberg with the Sully mustache. I was like, come on now. And
I'm
then
like,
I
the mustache don't look that bad. As much as I give Mark Wahlberg shit, I'll give him that. The mustache didn't look too far off.
it looks all right, but like if you like look at it for long enough, you start to see it kind of looks fake. And it just I don't know, it's just weird seeing Mark Wahlberg with the
Hey, they could
mustache,
have
I
used
guess.
CGI, man. Like
Yeah.
we could have gone that route, but Sony's like, nah, we ain't gonna fuck it up like that.
Yeah, and
So
then I'm glad they're at least trying to stay
traditional.
accurate to the games with the whole shirt. It seems like
Yeah,
they're trying to stay accurate with that. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I just the directors would really. I mean, y'all have seen the video. I don't trust the director, but they said it's a prequel, so I was like, okay, they can do something new. But then I see the set photos, and it seems like the church from the first video game. So I'm like, is this just the first adaptation of the first game, and y'all are just calling it a prequel, or are y'all just adapting the first game and it's just the first game, but Nathan Drake is younger? Like, I don't know. And the weird thing, here's the shitty thing, because I swear to God, if we get like a scene that is filmed exactly like a video game, clearly they don't know how to make a video game movie, or at least a movie. I just, you think people go to the big screen to watch a recreation of something they played? Nah, man.
No.
I feel like this Uncharted has to be something special. Like it's one of the first big storyline games people have ever played. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn that hard, but Uncharted, dude, I love those games, and I personally, no matter what happens, the movie shouldn't. I think Tom Holland will be a great Nathan Drake. I truly believe that. There's just story around it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the movie's great. I hope that first video was all for nothing. Who knows? Maybe Mark Wahlberg does, kill it as Sully. We don't know.
That'd be a
Um,
huge surprise.
but for right now, I'm just no. It looks good, but there's a lot of bad movies that looked good. So that's just my hot take. What's your take?
I personally think I'm gonna wait for a trailer to come out before I decide whether I'd watch it or not. But
Hmm.
as of right now, I'm kind of in the middle. I kind of like want to watch it, but then again, I kind of don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. We just gotta wait and see for that then. Um, but yeah, the Uncharted movie. We have to wait. Our next piece of news is in the horror spooky vibes, guys. In the
Just in
Halloween.
time
Our
for
next three
Halloween.
topics are about Halloween. Insidious 5 is happening. But with a twist. Patrick Wilson, the dad in the Insidious movie, he's gonna be the one directing it. And it seems the kid from the first two, Ty Simpkins, will return. And I know I know there's like Insidious 3 and 4, but I'm pretty sure three was about the old woman when she's younger, and I think 4 is also about the old woman when she was younger. So to me, what this really says to me that this is really like Insidious 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it
Um,
feels kind of like a what movie was it? Was it Terminator 6? Yeah, like Terminator 6, where it tried to like take place right after the second one. You know?
yeah. Because I don't think 3 or 4 doesn't retcon 1 and 2. I think they just go their own separate route. So to me, what this screams to me is that they're gonna go back to what made Insidious original. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't have James Wan or Lee Wanell, who's like one of my favorite horror directors right now. Um, but I'm looking forward to this one. I haven't even seen 1 or 2, but the fact they're getting someone who was like in the first two, understand the world, understood what the writer and what the director are going for, and it's his directorial debut. And a lot of great directors started off with horror. Patrick Wilson's one hell of an actor. I love him in the Conjuring films. I think I think he's a great villain in Aquaman. I fucking loved him in that as Ocean Master. But again, to me, this is more like this is the real Insidious 3 because it's continuing the storyline of the first two. So that's why I'm a little bit excited. It's like, okay, so they're gonna go back to that world, at least back to what like how it started. What are your thoughts, my boy?
Yeah, I've seen the first two Insidious movies, and I did like them. I did like them. I haven't seen 3 and 4 though, but I am excited to see part 5 because, like I said, I did like Insidious 1 and 2, and if this kind of does take place like after those two, then I am definitely excited.
Yeah, and especially the kid, because the kid is my age now. Because that fucker,
That
um, that kid was like 10, 11 the first two. He's like he's a much more successful adult than I am right now. If I'm being honest, he's probably like he's good in college. He's probably trying to last roles, and so it's gonna be interesting him coming back. I think people are gonna like go back and be like, oh my god, he grew. Like, yeah, no shit, that's what happens when time flies by. So I'm looking forward to it. I I don't know how they're gonna film it throughout COVID, obviously, but having said, I'm really looking forward to this, and I can't wait to see what Patrick Wilson pulls off.
yeah.
But today is the real Halloween, and the sequel to the 2018 Halloween movie, Halloween Kills, released a teaser trailer yesterday. I know some people will say it's odd because it's about a year ago. It's already going to be a year from now where we see the movie, but honestly, any tiny snippet, I'm cool with.
Yeah.
And I mean, keep in mind, Batman only had 25% of his footage done, and it was like 2 minutes and 30 minutes of a trailer. So I saw the teaser trailer. It seems to kind of link up with a lot of the rumored story beats. I don't know if you heard about what those were,
I haven't. I actually haven't.
but overall, I think this looks amazing. I love that 2018 Halloween so fucking much. That was the first movie I bought by myself with my homies to go watch a rated movie as soon as I turned 17. So that's pretty fucking exciting and just to revisit that world. It's gonna be awesome. And they're releasing Halloween season. Hopefully next year things will be better, way better. Um, uh, but yeah, that teaser was awesome. The burnt mask. People are like around the Amex trying to like fuck up Michael Myers. I'm like, I want to see that. I want to see him get beat up. Miguel, what are your thoughts on this teaser trailer?
Man, let me just say right now, Michael Myers is one of my favorite slashers of all time.
Really?
Yeah, man, 2018 Halloween, I fucking loved it. I was so glad it wasn't like a direct rip off of just or like a direct like remake of the first one.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, oh, the
Oh yes, without a
soundtrack,
doubt, one of the best things,
the Shape Hunts
especially
Allison. If you
yeah.
haven't heard that track, you gotta listen to it, bro.
It's
Oh
it's
my,
like do 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 do, and then you hear
yeah,
that.
the fucking wall,
I was like, when I saw that shit theater, I was like, oh, John Carpenter went
bro.
hard.
Oh my god! And then I think Danny McBride wrote it, didn't he? Didn't he
Yeah,
write that?
I mean, it's so
I
weird
was
because a lot
like,
of these comedians go dark, and when they go dark, they succeed. So,
yeah, Jordan Peele, Danny McBride. Who else?
um, uh, uh John Krasinski, kinda, not really, but he was in
Yeah.
The Office, and then he made Quiet Place. But yeah, you just get me hyped about the soundtrack and the movie. I'm like, cannot wait.
I think we got did we get a new theme for Michael in the teaser, or was it the one from the
I think it
2018?
was the same one. I think it
It
was just
sounded a little bit similar, but I couldn't tell. But if I remember correctly, because I saw it, but I only watched it once. Whereas with the other teasers, I saw them like twice. I believe it was like a group of people like getting guns and shit to fight Michael, and then you see
oh,
him like going on a slaughter spree. I was like, yes, I need it now.
yeah, dude. I can't wait to watch Halloween Kills. That movie's gonna be fucking crazy. Hopefully, we can go back to the big screens and watch it.
Oh, I hope so. I do.
Um, um. So yeah, I'm excited for Halloween Kills. Uh, it's kind of crazy. We're supposed to get it. We are supposed to be seeing it by today, but
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all good. Good things come to those who wait. So I'm excited. Our final piece of horror news is that a teaser trailer came out for a Nicolas Cage slash Friday, not Friday, Five Nights at Freddy ripoff movie called Willy's Wonderland. It's about this janitor who cleans there one night, and then the animatronics in this Pizza Hut like location or this Five Nights at Freddy like location, they come to life and they start killing people. And it's his job to stop them, I believe. So Miguel, did you get a chance to look at the teaser?
I did, and I will say the cuts were very fast, so I did have to slow it down sometimes. But from what we've seen so far, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, I love Nicolas Cage. Love him, love him, love him. And you put him fighting against animatronics. I'm 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 there. I'm there all the way. I don't even care if he's in it for 5 minutes. Just seeing him do something in an animatronic, I'm there. Cannot wait. It's a little auto, it's 30 seconds, although I get it, they don't know when they're gonna release it. Although, um I believe they were saying February or January, so we'll see about that.
Oh, I hope it doesn't come out January. That's kind of where like movies go to die.
True, true. It's funny, man. We should have known 2020 was up to something really bad when we got good movies in January. The Gentleman, Bad Boys 3.
It's
I was like, that's a little too good to be true. And then,
like, wait, something's wrong. I can feel it.
yeah, something's wrong. I can feel it. Yeah. So, hopefully it doesn't come out in January because then that means 2021. Ooh. But, February will be a much better place. And I can't wait to watch Willy's Wonderland. Any final thoughts, my boy?
Nah, but that shot of like the animatronic like kind of like slowly rising up behind him though, and the teeth.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah, I
creepy.
was like, oh shit. That's my final thoughts.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. We're done. Now it's just normal news, something out of the brain, so just little things you heard here and there. It was announced that Michael B. Jordan, yeah, the guy himself, will not only star in Creed 3, which is very obvious, but he's also gonna direct Creed 3, which is kind of crazy. Um, I I did not see this coming. Miguel, well, what are your initial thoughts, and do you think he'll be a good fit?
Mm, I'm not sure to be honest, because I've only seen the first Creed. I haven't seen the second one.
Hmm,
Um, but I don't know if Michael B. Jordan's directed anything in the past, has he?
I don't think so. No.
So it's like his directorial debut. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous, but I do have confidence in him. He would know kind of how to direct because he is an actor. So
And he's been a lot of great directors. Let's not forget that he's been with Ryan Coogler, obviously. Um, uh, what's his name? I just forgot his name. Fuck. He directed Chronicle. I know people give him shit.
I'm trying to look up the Chronicle director.
Um, um,
Josh
there we go,
Josh
Josh
Trank.
Trank. I know people give him shit for Fantastic Four, although you haven't seen Capone, that shit's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit slower, but it's pretty good. Um, Daniel Destin Creighton, Just Mercy. He was, oh my, absolutely wonderful in that movie. What a performance! It might be one of his best, not the best, but one of. I really enjoy that movie a lot. So he's been around really great directors, and I think he'll manage it down. So I'm
Yeah.
not really worried. If I think obviously it'll be like I think obviously me and you are going to tell that it's his first time directing something from like the casual audience because we've made movies for time. We're like, oh, well, you can tell.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that big of a deal. Now my question is Sylvester going to return? Like, are they gonna pull Rocky 3 where like if you see Rocky 3, the mentor figure dies, and in Creed 3, so would that happen too, or like I don't know. I wouldn't mind if Sylvester returned, but I also wouldn't mind if he just steps out for this one. Either way, Creed is great. I really, 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 really cannot wait to see Creed 3 because I love Creed 2. I love the first Creed by a lot more. But my point here is, I'm excited we're just getting another Creed movie in general. Any final thoughts, bro?
Nah, I'm excited to see it. I'm also excited to see Creed 2 because I still have to catch up on that.
Yeah, Creed 2 was really good. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still pretty good. But yeah. Speaking of sequels, as many of you guys have known in this podcast, whenever we would drop something Friday, the news would fucking wait. You're like, wait, let the beaners finish. They're done. Let's drop news now every week. Um, Hopefully it doesn't happen this time. It's a Saturday night on Halloween. Nothing should be announced during Halloween. Although, don't be surprised if
Or
by
just
the
get
time
like
we
a
finish, or
Morbius
by the time you
trailer.
don't, you go on Twitter and it's like new horror movie coming from I don't know, fucking James Wan. Like, don't be surprised. So, but yeah. So, and one of the news that happened to us last week is that apparently Alita Battle Angel is getting a sequel of sorts. We don't really know what it is yet, but we know it's getting a sequel somehow. Um, Insider Daniel RPK, is that his name? Or PKO?
Yeah,
Yeah.
any RPK.
In his Patreon, this website gained the knowledge that Disney is looking for. They're trying to find a way to make it a sequel. Because a lot of the Alita Army, first off, I gotta say, Alita Army, good on you. You're becoming you're trying to do what the Zack Snyder fandom did. The other side is stop doing what the Zack Snyder fandom did, because even though we're getting a Snyder cut, there's a lot of toxic shit in there. And I know y'all just love fucking Alita, but there's different ways to just attack motherfuckers. There's whole but I don't even mind when I go down and it's just someone doing like a fan cam of Alita, because that's normal. But if you're gonna attack people, just that's kind of shitty. So don't do that. But yeah, it's gonna be sequel sorts. We don't rumor Disney Plus. I don't think so. I think Alita is a little bit too mature for that shit. Which obviously Disney hasn't
Probably.
gained the big boy pants yet. So,
Yeah.
but they have Hulu, so they could do that there. But they are looking to develop a sequel of sorts. When I first saw Alita, I thought Alita was alright. I'm gonna be honest. Thought it was okay. I thought there were some great moments in Alita. Like when you figure out why she has the blood spurs on her cheek, I was like, oh, okay, we're going to another level. And then when she gives the F bomb, and look, F bombs in PG-13 movies are usually cringe. But man, when she used that F bomb in that movie, I was in it for that. It was like, yeah, you use that word. God damn it, that works. Some of the action scenes are actually pretty tight, specifically the ones with like the robot soccer mode, robot soccer arena thingy. That was pretty amazing. Yanni was not anticlimactic, but I think it could have been better. Mahershala Ali kind of went out like a bitch in that movie. I was like, it's Mahershala Ali. He should have done more stuff. So that's that. I'll never forget when it ended and a certain celebrity pops up, revealed as like a future big bad, and I thought it was Sam Rockwell, and I lost my shit because I fucking love Sam Rockwell so much, and it turned out to be Edward Norton, and I'm just, I guess I'm not okay. Okay, Edward Norton. But anyway, my point here is I thought Lita was alright. I've never really wanted to visit it. Another thing I want to say about Lita is like, have you seen Alita, Miguel?
I haven't.
The CGI in that movie is great, but man, there's some scenes where it's laughable. Not because it's bad CGI, but it just looks silly. It just looks silly sometimes. I know Robert Rodriguez. He's one of the best like Latino filmmakers out there. Um, I don't think it's his worst one. But I don't think it's like his top tier. I think it fits nice in the middle. So overall, I think Alita is an okay movie. But there is one scene with a robot body falling in the sky, and I'll never forget. Me and a bunch of people in the movie theater were laughing at it because it just looks silly. And this guy, he's like, "Come on, guys," and he laughed along with us. So it was just some experience. But I do appreciate Alita for what it was trying to be. And I'll give it this: even though I thought it was okay, it's one of the better manga adaptation movies I've seen. Out of like Speed Racer, ugh, Dragon Ball Evolution, ugh. But Alita, like, from the source, man, it did a really good job. So if you like manga and anime, I'm not the biggest hardcore anime manga guy, but I appreciate it, even though the movie's okay at the end of the day. But definitely check this one out because it satisfies those needs. Miguel, what are your thoughts? That um Zack Snyder fandom 2.0. No, I was kidding. The Alita Army, started a movement, and they're
um,
and they're getting it. Also, with the Make Solo 2 happen apparently, but with Darth Maul, oof, we're not getting into that right now. But what are your thoughts?
um, I'm glad that this group, like everybody like working together to like um ask for what they want. I'm glad that it's working out. However, it's easy to see how that can get out of hand.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
we've seen that various times.
and that's one thing I'm worried about this situation. But at the same time, I'm glad these people are happy that they're getting a sequel, whether it's a movie or a show, to Alita Battle Angel, because I did hear some good things about it, but I never really got the chance to watch it.
I think it's worth the watch. I generally think it's worth the watch.
I'll have
Um,
to check it out then.
yeah. Again, we'll see. Hopefully, it does get made. They can improve a bunch of things. I don't know if Robert Rodriguez will return. I think if he does, I'm down for it. If he doesn't, I kind of want to see him do other things too. Like, I know he's directing the episode of The Mandalorian this season, and I cannot wait for that. But if he doesn't move on and do something else, I'm still cool with him. I'll see anything that guy does. So that's about it with the Alita Battle Angel info the news. Today though, before we start the show, something we got some sad news, and we is that Sean Connery, the OG Bond, Forrester from the movie Finding Forrester, Indy's dad from The Last Crusade, Sean Connery has passed at the age of 90. Obviously this is sad, but honestly, like, that guy lived when you think about it. Like, he worked from the 60s and he stopped right at the 2000s. Now, yes, he was in a like bad movie. I've never seen it, but I know it was really bad that he's like, you know what? I'm gonna just end my acting career here. I don't want to go any further. Having said, this guy's fucking iconic. You know, this guy is a living, like, he was everything. He did everything and anything in the film industry. He acted as literally anything he wanted to be, and he first Bond, the first Bond. Like, that's crazy that we just lost the first Bond. Um, I've seen him in a good handful of things. Obviously, he's a tremendous actor. It's sad that he's gone, yes, but also it's like, what a life he lived. Like, wow,
Yeah.
what a career this guy's had. Miguel, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I know him because obviously first Bond, and I also know him because he played Indiana Jones's dad, and I always liked the movie. I believe it was the third one he was in. I always
Last
liked that
Crusade.
one. Yeah, that was always my favorite one. Because I always love like the bond that he and Harrison Ford has as like father and son.
Yeah,
It was unfortunate to hear his passing. I woke up to the news and I was
same.
like, what the fuck? 2020 takes another incredible person from us.
It does.
But then again, he was 90, so yeah, you like you said, he did live his life.
Yeah, homeboy lived his last 20 years in like checks from like anything. So I'm sure he lived. I'm sure the last 20 years, like, he was in comfort with his family, and I think that's all what people need sometimes.
Hmm.
But yeah, Sean Connery, rest in peace, from 1930 to 2020, which is fucking crazy. This
Long ass
guy
life.
lived through so much in the film industry. He was born at the peak of silent cinema, and then right after that, sound, right? And then after that, color. And after that, it's crazy. So
It's
what a life.
insane.
He was in his. I just thought about it. He was in his 30s when he did Bond. 30s. That's Sean Connery, legend, absolute legend. Rest in peace, Sean Connery.
Hmm.
Moving on to our Marvel news. It was kind of it was an okay week. We had one big news, but also like little slow things. But obviously, talk about the big stuff right now first. Oscar Isaac has been cast as Moon Knight. Earlier that morning, it was rumored Nick Kroll or David Diggs was in the lead, but then out of nowhere, it was like, nope, Oscar Isaac is gonna be
Yeah,
Moon
like an
Knight.
hour later, after an hour
Yeah,
after that was reported.
and they got an Egyptian director. He's done some indie stuff, I believe, and his name is Mohamed Diab. It's gonna start shooting in November, so literally tomorrow, sometime soon tomorrow or midway, they're gonna start shooting. Miguel, we got a She-Hulk, our Miss Marvel. What does this say?
It says they're definitely moving on with this whole like Disney MCU like television sort of world.
Mhm.
I feel like with these like with I believe yeah, it's Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel so far, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like with these three, they're gonna kind of do like what Netflix did with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and like Luke Cage. You know?
Except not cancel them at 3 seasons.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. But I feel like they're gonna definitely use these characters to like show us or to like world build.
Yeah.
Especially because they're not like Avengers tier heroes yet. They're more like ground level, I would say.
Although apparently Kevin Feige plans these characters will appear on the big screen, which I think that's exciting.
Yeah, and the fact that they got Oscar fucking Isaac, man.
Yeah.
That's what made me so excited, bro. Because Oscar Isaac is such an incredible actor.
Watermelons for the win.
Yeah, yeah,
Honestly, man, I never thought I'd see Oscar Isaac in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not because he was already Apocalypse. I just thought he's gonna do like his artsy indie stuff.
yeah. I thought he was done with Disney after Star Wars, but damn, I guess they reeled him back in.
That paycheck gotta be big, big. I
Yeah,
tell you.
and there's some videos where like Oscar Isaac's doing like goofy stuff while cussing and stuff. I'm like, he is literally perfect. But with saying that,
Uh,
I feel like Disney's gonna hold him back.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like Disney's not really ready to move into that sort of like not hardcore, but sort of like R-rated level or that R-rated
Yeah, because
section
Moon
yet.
Knight is pretty rated R.
Yeah, and he also cusses a lot, which Disney definitely will not like allow. Um, which is the only thing I'm worried about because Moon Knight. I've seen like some comic strips from him,
Yeah.
and he is fucking hilarious. I don't know if you've seen it, but
Yeah. I've read a few
I,
comics of him, but I don't know that deep of much about the lore.
yeah, I'm not too familiar with the character, but I have seen like a few of like parts of him in the comics.
Honestly, I think this is gonna be a soft R. Like I truly believe that. Cause Disney, and here's why. Hold on, hear me out first. We heard about that rated R rumor feature, right? Star, but I really do believe Disney's about to step up their A game. I think what's about to happen is, and even Mahershala Ali earlier this week, he's like, "Yeah, I want to do this really dark take on Blade," and I told Marvel and they were cool with it, and it was all inspired by Luke Cage, which is Luke Cage like one of the realest
Yeah.
fucking shows. And he's like, "I want to put that with Blade." I'm like, "Well, something's up with Marvel and Disney that they ain't sharing right now." There's rumors that Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds and Disney already in a deal, and they're
Hmm.
developing not just Deadpool 3, Deadpool. Something's going on in the back where they're ready to do rated R shit. I'll be right back. But Miguel, add on as to why you don't think they'll let him.
Yeah. No. uh Alex mentioned soft art, and now that I think of it, I wouldn't mind if season one is soft art, and then with probably like a year later with like season two, we get like once they've done like the whole R-rated stuff with like the R-rated section that's been rumored. If they have season two be like hard R while season one is soft R, I'd be totally fine with that. But I'm just hoping they don't hold back Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight because his performance could literally be so iconic. It could I This might be a little bit controversial, but I'm willing to say Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight could be as iconic as Charlie Cox as Daredevil because like those two could literally be like the perfect casting of all time. Um but I feel Disney's like it all depends on Disney's move. If they want to make him PG-13, I don't think it's gonna work. I really don't. Especially if they bring him into the movies, because unless with the whole Blade thing, if they make the movies darker, then I might have some hope. I definitely might have some hope, and especially if we get Deadpool 3 in the MCU, then it's gonna be they've changed up the game and they're going a new direction, and I'd be totally down for that. Um, but I still can't get over Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight. That was just the craziest announcement ever. Um, and I think that's it. I don't know if Alex is gonna be able to come back on time
I'm
to say
back.
his
Don't
thoughts.
worry.
Yeah,
I'm back.
perfect
I'm back.
timing.
I'm back.
Perfect timing.
I'm back. I'm back. I heard a little what she said, but just to sum it up.
Yeah, I said I wouldn't mind if Disney did like soft R for the first season, and then like a year later, once they've done like the whole rated R things with that's been rumored, if season two is like hard R, you know.
Yeah,
I said
like
I wouldn't mind that.
I think they're gonna go R. There's something we've heard too many rumors about Deadpool, and Mahershala Ali is saying I want to do the Luke Cage take, but with Blade. Like there's something is up with Disney, and we don't know about it yet. That's why I think they're gonna do soft R for Disney Plus, and obviously I think they're gonna put the this isn't for kids, or if it be aware. I know, I know. There's this. I mean, we both know there's that one, the one YouTuber, not Grace Rant, but where he's like, we can't, they can't say, oh, the MCU's PG-13, but rated R Deadpool also connects because it would be confusing audiences. I first off, that's not true. Parents, well, a good portion, Karens are like that. They're that stupid. I'm pretty sure parents have already seen fucking Deadpool 1 and 2. And I'm pretty sure they know when they say it's R, it's R. So I don't know what's the big fuss about. He can't be R because MCU's P. No, I think they can do. I think they can make Deadpool R and in the MCU, but make it his own separate shit. And then when he has to, he can make crossovers. You know.
Yeah,
And the reason why I say that is because again with Moon Knight, I think they're gonna go soft R, at least soft R. I think we're gonna see some blood. I think he'll have a few fucks, but I don't think it'll be straight up hit on like fuck shit, come bitch, like I don't think it's gonna be full on yet. I think they're gonna push it a little bit to the R section, and then once they see that R thing is just is successful, I think then and there we're gonna start seeing Disney put up its real big boy pants. So I'm excited for Moon Knight. I can't wait. Moon Knight's the one I'm looking more forward to because aside from Oscar Isaac, just his lore and his like storyline, or at least the one I know of, sounds absolutely fucking crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy.
yeah. And another thing I was saying was, if Marvel lets or Disney lets Oscar Isaac do his thing as Moon Knight, he could be as iconic as Charlie Cox's Daredevil.
Yeah,
I truly do believe
I
that.
do believe that as well. I 100% believe that.
I'm excited to see how his suit looks. That's that's what I'm
I
excited
think they're
for.
gonna go Daredevil route with that as well. I
Yeah,
think the first season we're gonna see him in his suit, but then at the very like the season finale, you're gonna see him in the traditional
and like
like
the cape and
superhero.
shit, and the cape and
Yeah,
I
I
would
think
hope
that's
so.
gonna happen.
I wouldn't mind that. It's like the final shot of season one.
I would say fun. I would love to see him do the big bad, So
Yeah.
that's my take. On our next Marvel topic news, and this was more interesting. Letitia Wright, the actress who plays Shuri, guarantees, and she's been saying this whole week that yeah, an Avengers female movie will happen. That her and the women of Marvel have been passionate about it, and that they talked to Kevin Feige about it. Um, Miguel, would you want to go first before I go? Not that I'm gonna spit off fire. It's just not that I
Um,
have knowledge, but like I've heard some
I
things
mean,
about that as well.
you can go first if you want.
Go first, please.
All right. Um, I'm not too mad about this. Actually, I'm kind of excited because I know Marvel
Same.
does have the A Force. I believe it's called the A Force. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a female Avengers group, and from what I've seen, they're pretty badass. So I definitely wouldn't mind, an A Force movie. Actually, I kind of endorse it.
Yeah. Um, there's a lot of Captain Marvel 2 rumors out there that it'll be Secret Invasion. Um,
Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
yeah, I want to go with that. That sounds like you go first. And I'm just straight. I think there will be an Avengers film, but it won't be called Avengers. It's very rumored that female Avengers will be called Captain Marvel 2 because it's Secret Invasion, and there's these other alien race in the comics that can only take over like male host bodies. And in that, and what people theorize is that alien species will control the scrolls, and then once they control the scrolls, they're gonna copy the like only the male superhero, right? And pretty much, the males are the ones to be copied. They're gonna be like the ones that they can't trust. Then that all the girls like, oh, we're like we can't be controlled because those aliens can't control women, so or females. So obviously, where do you want to go fix this? I'm hyped for it. I'm not gonna lie. That little moment in Endgame, yeah, it was a little forced, but I still enjoyed it. I just hope they pull a boy situation and not a Ghostbuster situation.
Yeah, I was about to say
Because
that
the
too.
boys, when that female moment, it's not forced. It's like nah.
They've been building that
These
up.
chicks are pissed as fuck at Stormfront, and she's about to, and they jump her ass, man. They
Yeah,
give her
they
oh,
stomp her when she's on the floor, bro.
and it's crazy. See, that works because it's integrity of story. It's also a badass moment. It fits in all. I hope it's more like, okay, we're the ones who can fix this. We can't really count on anyone else. We have to do this on our own. So let's just go ahead and try not to get fucked over by this. And I hope it's more like only we can do it because it doesn't affect us way more than oh we can do this because the not necessarily forced but the cheesy way right that
Yeah,
Endgame did it was like she's gonna need our help. Wink like I hope it's more not yeah subtle in a way but subtle where it's also empowering at the same time.
yeah. I feel like what also made that end game moment feel out of place was of all characters that they could have come in to help, they helped Captain Marvel, who's like who we just saw take out
Yeah.
a whole ship. So it's like I don't think she needs you guys' help, but it's a thought that
But
counts.
what makes sense is like let's say
Nebula, if she
yeah,
had to
let's
come in.
say like Nebula teams up in Captain Marvel 2 and then Captain Marvel's doing her own thing and then, the woman is like, all right, we're going to need to help her because she's just an android pretty much at the end of the day mixed with an alien. Um, yeah, I'm all for this. I'm down. Apparently Miss Marvel is going to make her MCU debut in Captain Marvel 2, so that's exciting. Again, I'm all down for this just as long as it's executed pretty well.
Yeah,
Like
it definitely matters, or it definitely depends on the execution.
yeah, and they got Nia DaCosta. She did can she's doing can and me and you have been talking like we hype, we down for this. This looks amazing, and I think she's aware of it too. Cause in the Candyman trailer, they talk about like gentrification in a way in that trailer, and it was done it was like, oh, look at all these rich societies. It's like, nah, this used to be the land of his. And now the people have come taking over, and they made it their own. Like it's not necessarily subtle. It's just it's done in a powerful but yet subtle way. And if she's doing that at Candyman in a gentrification way, which I know it's not like the entire plot story, but I know it could be like an element to it. Just imagine how powerful and how like dope it will be in Captain Marvel 2, where it is like the A Force. I'm just
Hmm.
saying that would be. I think she can pull it off. Those are my final thoughts. Again, I just hope it's well made, it's fitted, it's not forced. I hope it's not scene A for the fuck of scene A. I hope it's scene A for the fuck of scene B. Any final thoughts, Miguel?
I'm excited. I hope they execute it properly because it could definitely go sideways like very
Yes,
fast.
it can. But I mean, we trust Marvel. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
definitely.
Captain Marvel. I'm not gonna lie, that first movie, it's not bad, but it's okay. As in like 5.5 out of 10. Okay.
Compared to their streak at the time, though, it's like
And honestly, yeah, Brie Larson. I didn't think she was a problem. I just thought she wasn't
yeah.
directed well. I
I
just
think it
thought,
was the writing, to be honest.
yeah, I liked her a lot. You even see her going full on out in like Endgame, and Endgame she was pretty fucking awesome in. So I'm glad they're getting new directors. I think the first movie is okay. It's the lowest MCU movie for me, but even then, I don't think it's bad. So all power to her, all power to Marvel. So like I trust them. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. Any that is that it for you, bro?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, then we'll move on to our next topic, and this one's odd for me, but I know a lot of people are gonna see this as a they see this as an absolute win. Michael Giacchino, the composer for Spider-Man: Far From Home, Spider-Man: Homecoming, will return to score the third Spider-Man. Miguel, thoughts?
Yes, sir. Man, I'm so glad he's coming back. He cannot miss The Incredibles, Jurassic World, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Far From Home. He's doing the Batman too.
Okay, that's true.
He's doing the Batman too. His scores, man. Oh, especially the villain themes. I already know, even if the villain's not good, the theme's gonna be badass in this movie
Yes, the
because
Mysterio theme where you're like,
Mysterio and then
I'll give him
Vulture's theme
that.
too. I'm
That
telling you,
Mysterio theme
man.
is pretty
I'm
dope.
telling you, man. And then
Um,
even like the soundtrack for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was pretty good.
go on, go on.
It's that the first track, the one that plays in like the first 5 minutes of the movie,
All
where
right,
like
well,
builds like
yeah,
the
that,
suspense
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That's the one that hooked
That
me.
that one's good. All right, I'm gonna get hated. Michael Giacchino is more hit than he is miss for me. I think Michael Giacchino is just Marvel's safe soundtrack guy. Um, his score for Doctor Strange is kind of forgettable. The only part I remember is his theme like do 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 do. And the reason it's not because the score, it's because it sounds really familiar to the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them score, like really familiar because it's saying like do 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 do, like it's very familiar. His Far From Home score is I there's nothing where like, oh fuck yeah, I want to hear that track again. But and his Homecoming score is also I. The only part that I remember from Far is the Mysterio score. I'm not gonna lie, because I love that haunting theme of I love that. Especially the bar scene. The bar scene is where it works fucking well. I love that scene. Having said, his Jurassic World kind of forgettable. It's in the Jurassic World movies, he's just trying to be John Williams light, and I'm just with that. But everything else, like you said, the Rogue One score,
Oh yeah, I
mm,
forgot he did Rogue One.
oh
I
my
forgot
god,
that.
what a score! What a score! The Incredibles, oh, I'm telling you, although Incredibles 2 not that much. Anyway, you get.
Really?
I thought it was okay. My point here is Michael Giacchino is more hit than he is miss. Um, I cannot. I don't know. Um, I feel like they went a little too safe. I would have loved to see someone else to score Spider-Man 3. I'm not saying, get someone big like John Williams, but all I'm saying, like, if Ludwig Garrison was announced to score Spider-Man 3, I would have been way more hyped.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Because what he's doing with The Mandalorian and Tenet and Black
Yeah,
Panther
10A.
and Creed. Oh, imagine the beats coming out of, like, the Spider-Man theme. Like, oh my, like, do 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 do. I just like you get what I'm going at. Like he would
Yeah.
have done something. He would have done it fucking amazing. But and not really just Ludwig. I think Maya Giacchino's a safe choice for the MCU.
They should have
So,
gotten Danny Elfman if the rumors are true. Nah, I'm playing.
Danny Elfman was good in the early 2090s and 80s, but now he's just kind of repeating himself, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There hasn't been
Especially with
one
the
score of
Justice
him
League
lately where I'm
soundtrack.
like, oh, that's fucking like even his Justice League. I'll give him this. His Flash score in the Justice League scene where it's like an expansion of the TV show theme,
Hmm.
that was great. Like do 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 do
Yeah,
do.
the little like
I was like, oh, that was the one decent scene from the Whedon cut.
yeah, I was
I
like,
was,
okay, maybe this
I
is
was like, all
maybe
right,
this
listen
part
to the
isn't that bad.
banger. Where this shit going? Like, I was really hyped for that. And then it died. I was like, oh, eh. And then the rest of the movie, I was like, eh. But my point here is, get someone else. Stop doing these safe choices. Um, um. But yeah, that's my not rant, just my like, it's whatever. I still absolutely love Homecoming. I absolutely love Far From Home. But the music could be a little better. But that's just me. But yeah, those are my final thoughts, Miguel. Could you lead on to the next topic? As I'll be right back.
Yeah, so speaking of Spider-Man 3, we have some Spider-Man 3 speculation to get into. I think for the past few weeks now we've been talking a lot about Spider-Man 3, especially with the rumors that have been going around, and Electro being announced to be coming back. Um it's I don't know, it's weird. It's weird all these rumors we're hearing because recently another rumor that's oh it's a
Yeah,
another
go ahead.
rumor
Go ahead. Go ahead.
another rumor we've heard about is the possible return of Gwen Stacy, which is the
Ugh.
weirdest one. It's the weirdest rumor.
Um, go on. I want to hear. I want to hear you talk. I want to hear you talk. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
no, I was just saying, we've been talking about Spider-Man 3 a lot lately with all these rumors coming around. Honestly, I don't know. I'm getting a little bit worried, but the cast is saying, well, the actor who plays Ned, um, his reaction to the script. I don't know if you saw his Instagram story.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw he was like,
He just
"Wah!"
read like a crazy moment. So I'm pretty excited.
He
Yeah,
went like,
he
"Oh my
went
god!"
crazy. And then Tom Holland got the script lately too. So I know they definitely started shooting as well. So I don't know. I'm holding hope, but at the same time, I am worried about this movie. What do you think?
I Here's the thing. I want to see Tom Holland on his own. That's how much I love his version. I love Toby, I like Andrew, and I fucking love Tom Holland's version. And I was so excited we're gonna see Spider-Man on the run.
And then Spider
And
Verse.
then here's Spider-Verse. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay.
It could
Alright,
work.
alright. It could work, but hypothetically. And then we get Jamie Foxx as a lead. I
I
was
was like,
like,
what the fuck is going on here?
oh. Well, maybe it's like, maybe it'll be like how Dark Knight started. It'll be like a one-off villain. He's like, oh, what's this villain from another dimension doing in his own storyline? And then Benedict Cumberbatch got announced as Doctor Strange coming in. I was like, oh, so we're doing Spider-Verse. And then Sony was like, those rumors are not confirmed. It's like, but you didn't.
Yeah,
They
like, you didn't
confirmed
say
them.
they weren't true
So
though.
it's like, honestly, and I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this shit. I much rather see the original Promise Spider-Man 3, where it's him on the run and him dealing with himself. I get it. Spider-Verse is the hip thing. I'm not gonna lie. If I hear do 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 do, if I hear that in the theater, obviously I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah.
That's my boy
Yeah.
Toby. He gonna come be swinging from the portal, man. And then if we hear
Yeah, the fucking
and I'll be like, oh my god. Having said, I want to see Tom Holland on his own. I hope the fourth Spider-Man movie, Sony or Marvel, I don't give a fuck. If we're getting Spider-Verse 3, I want to see Tom Holland on his own. I want to see that so bad. Just a simple Tom Holland on his own movie. And then you know what? Maybe it is like that. Because remember, Spider-Verse, I remember people like, it's not actually Miles Morales, it's Miles. And at the core of it, it's a Spider Morales movie.
Mhm.
So they might pull it off here where it's maybe he has a lot of Spider-Man, but maybe it's like a specific like Tom Holland Peter Parker centric story, which I hope so, obviously. But yeah, and then I saw that rumor. I didn't want to talk about it, but you brought it up. The Gwen.
It,
I don't know.
it,
I don't want that, and here's why. I love Emma Stone. She's amazing. She's awesome, but it's little. I wouldn't say too soon, but like I think Andrew and Toby is good enough. I think it's good enough for now. And the fact we're getting Electro, and look, I'm hearing my boy Crave gonna be in this shit, and I know Scorpion coming back for this shit. So I think we're gonna see 3 Spider-Man fight the Sinister Six. My theory is that I don't think Toby's gonna see any villains. I don't think Andrew's villains. I think it's all Peter's villains. I think it's all Tom Holland villains. I think we're gonna see Vulture. I think we're gonna see Shocker again.
I'd be surprised if
But I
Vulture
think it's like
continues to go after Spider-Man because he kind
huh?
of. I'd be surprised if Vulture goes after Spider-Man because I don't know. I kind of got like the idea that he was going for like an anti-hero route, and I thought that would.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, we don't know nowadays.
Yeah.
So I just I'm dying to hear more Spider-Man 3 news. I want to hear who they get as Craven, and I want that confirmation to Scorpion. Because if those two are the main bad guys, I'm excited. Because then Craven has 3 spiders. Scorpion has 3 spiders to kill, and they're gonna need friends to help him out. Um, but I really hope we still stick on that line about what Peter is gonna do now that the world know who he is. And then here's the other possibility that I don't think people have considered. What if Peter enters someone else's world? You know? I don't think that could happen, but what if that's the case? That's why we're hearing Jamie coming back. So, I mean, who knows? But I hope we get news quickly. I hope we get more info about this. Um, I'm telling you, if we're doing Sinister Six, bro, I 100% expect Jake Gyllenhaal back as Mysterio. He's not dead. I think he's still alive out there. I think what he did was practical effects. Um, I
I
just
feel
want
like he's gonna come back in like the
he
final
has to.
battle. He's gonna reveal he assembled like the Sinister Six, and like he's
Or
like the
yeah. I think he's coming back. And honestly, something very, very, very fiery. Something you're like, what? I think Mysterio's a better villain than Vulture. The more I think about it, I think Mysterio is a better villain. He really broke Peter twice. He like shaped him up to be the better hero than he was before. And this guy straight up was just fucking crazy. He was just a maniac. And I get people think Vulture's better because he was human, and I do appreciate it. But I just think Mysterio is a straight up like animal, a savage, you know. So
I
I think he's gonna be the one that's gonna be defeated hardest, or at least he's gonna beat the defeated, but he's gonna go away. I'm just telling you, man. Spider-Man 3. The more info, and we're gonna get our first look at it in December. If it's Spider-Verse, they're gonna announce it there. They're gonna
probably.
they're gonna give us a title. They're gonna say who's coming back, and they're not gonna tell us everyone. I think they're gonna leave a little few surprises here and there. But having said, I'm excited for Spider-Man 3. I cannot wait. Hopefully Sony doesn't blow their load like they always do with the third one. But I think because they're in Marvel's hands, I think they have a good thing going. Any final
Yeah.
thoughts, bro?
A lot, yeah. uh,
Go,
First of
spit.
all, I would agree with your Mysterio statement if his backstory wasn't connected to Tony. But
Oh, that's so true.
at the same
That's
time,
true.
I could definitely see why Mysterio could be considered, because like in terms of like how they affected Peter, Mysterio is definitely the best. But in terms of like how they're developed, I think Vulture would have to take that one. So in like
I
they're both great
they're
villains.
both great villains.
Yeah,
Don't
absolutely.
take that.
Um, and then about the Spider Gwen or the Gwen Stacy rumor, I feel like it could work depending on the execute it. What I was thinking was they pulled like an actual what Spider Verse did at the end, and where they uh, however they did Spider Man 2099 as like the end credit. They could do that with like Gwen
Oh,
Stacy, where like at the end we kind of like see her, and then like it's full on Spider Verse at that point. And then we either get like Spider-Man 4's Spider-Verse, or just like a separate Spider-Verse movie, you know what I mean?
yeah. I
I feel like as long as she like bringing in Andrew and Toby during the movie would be fine, but as long as they keep her like an end credit scene, like a teaser, that could work.
mm, I agree. Um, again, I still hope this is a Tom Holland Spider-Man centric story and not an Avengers story. But it was Spider-Man. Um, I'm excited. I can't wait to. I hope we get some news this week. I hope we get some set photos. Uh, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. Always has been, always will be. So I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah. And then one last statement.
Go, please.
If Craven is really the villain, they
Do it.
need to cast Carl Urban.
I didn't even think. Well, he's already in the
Billy
MCU.
I mean, it's possible you can play two characters because the girl from Captain Marvel's doing that,
That's true. I don't know.
so it's
I
possible.
honestly, my, I mean, do you remember when Boss Logic said that he heard that Kraven's gonna be like an exiled guy from Wakanda?
Mhm.
I always root for this guy, but I just love him. If Craven's in, I wouldn't mind if he's black and he's played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen III. I would,
I think it really
I would,
depends on his backstory. If they go
I
with
would
like the
love
comic
that.
route, if they go with the comic route, Carl, oh my God, Carl
Carl Urban.
Urban,
Yeah,
yeah. If they go with like the Wakanda, with the whole like Wakanda theme, then yeah, definitely.
yeah. Can't wait for Spider-Man 3. Cannot wait.
So much things they can do. I hope they handle it properly.
Oh, it's in the MCU. I'm sure they will. Our next set of topics is the DC world, and a lot happened this week. Not gonna lie, a lot happened. We got our first look at the new Batwoman. Miguel, what are your thoughts?
It doesn't look that bad. I'm not gonna lie. I
And you know
think I
why it
think
don't look that bad?
what?
Because they still got that terrible fucking wig.
Yeah, that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, thank goodness.
I'm like, you know what? I don't care if it's braids. I know it's a real braid. I know, I know this is real hair, so I don't care. The suit looks normal. It doesn't look all that different to me. I heard they're
I
gonna go
think it
for
is.
that. I heard they're gonna go for that 52 motorcycle suit, and I was excited. This works too. I like it. I might give this show a chance because
I might just
that
start off
first
from season 2. I think I'm gonna skip season 1 and just go to season 2.
same, bro. I think it looks pretty good. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see what this actress does. If it has that terrible writing like the first one, I feel bad. But you know, it's a person of color. She's getting a chance to be the brand new Batman. So good on her. Power to her.
Yeah, and speaking of the actress, she seems like so like
Yeah,
happy to be
she
here.
seems committed as
Like,
fuck.
yeah, whereas, with like Ruby, we kind of didn't quite get that.
I think she was committed, but again, we had apparently it wasn't apparently there was like tension and onset shit with her. So
Yeah, and with this new actress, she seems to be like, having like the time of her life.
yeah,
She's like dancing in the batsuit and everything.
yeah.
So,
So all you Batwoman fans, don't worry. It will not get counted as season 3. At most, it will finish at season 6. So y'all got yourselves a good 6 years ahead of yourselves. Moving on to our next DC topic, Zack Snyder pretty much confirmed that he's doing additional photography for the Snyder Cut. He posted on
mhm.
Venmo or Twitter, I think.
Venmo, I think.
Yeah. And he showed the new Justice League logo. Uh, Miguel, thoughts?
Yeah, I'm glad we finally got confirmation because I know we were hearing like rumors about this and about like Ben Affleck and Ray Fisher all coming back and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I'm glad we finally got confirmation. As we get closer to the Snyder Cut, obviously we're still like a year away, but as we like start to approach 2021, I'm getting a lot more excited for this movie. And if they use the 2014 script, which I hear was like super dark,
Yeah. I mean, we've
I
seen
will be on
storyboards.
board. Yeah, we've seen like
Yeah.
concept art and shit like that, and it looks ooh. I am on board if it's the 2014 script.
I think it's 2014 script with like some things tweaked or
Some like
added.
revisions.
Yeah. Cause remember cause like he's had this shit on his shelf for years and he's like, I think I would change that. I would do this instead. So he's gonna do some of that shit. I'm excited as well. Zack Snyder, look, the 2/3 of that movie is really good. I stand by that. And I will die by that. 2/3 of Batman is actually pretty good. When it gets hella comic booky at the end and a big fat monster and lightning here, it's like it's a big mess. The Martha scene, I'm like, yeah, that was so hot. But 4 hours. He's gonna have time to develop this a bit more. He can revision some stuff a bit more. A director's getting his own vision, and it's interesting because they revealed why they let Snyder like do his cut. And I found this really fucking fascinating. They were like, the guy who spoke for like one of them, he's like, they basically said we let him do this so that we wouldn't lose him to Netflix, which is like fucking just let that sink in. They didn't want to lose Zack Snyder to Netflix. Not only does it say that much confidence they have in Zack Snyder, but also it shows how much they're afraid of Netflix at the same time. Um, I again, because Zack Snyder did the zombie movie with Netflix recently, and he's like editing it right now. At least it's done. Netflix just has a weird way of like announcing when shit's coming. Like if it was coming out tomorrow, tonight at midnight, and guess what comes out today? Like that's just how weird their marketing is. But I'm excited for the Snyder Cut. Can't wait. I'm very interested in the Deathstroke and Joker scenes. I think they'll most likely be the post credit scenes, but we'll have to wait and see. Aside from that, I'm excited. Let's get this thing going. Cannot wait for it. And yeah, hashtag Snyder Cut.
Yeah. About like the Joker stuff, I heard that Joker did play a role in like the main story of the Snyder Cut.
I heard
So
that as
it
well.
could it could also be that, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I heard that as well, but I heard it would play more into part two, which is
Mm.
interesting because I think this would be him planting the seeds for part one. So yeah, we will have to just wait and see. Speaking of the Snyder Cut, whew, this one's hard. This is a bit more harder to talk about. I'm not even gonna lie. Ray Fisher, as we know, he's been fighting that studio for quite a while.
Since like the
He
beginning of the podcast, I think.
yeah, man, since like that long, since that long, he's been like speaking out. He's been saying like, "Hey, this is what's been going on, and like this is why we need to stop this." And I'm gonna read you guys the quotes, right? I have my phone out about what he said specifically, and this is some real shit. Ray Fish said Joss Whedon ordered the complexion of an actor of color be changed in post production because he didn't like the color of their skin tone. The erasure of people of color was neither an accident nor a coincidence. Do you know how many times I defended Age of Ultron? Do you know how many times I defended
Man,
that fucking movie? Don't get me wrong, I still think it's a good movie. I still think Avengers 1 is a great movie, but man, it sucks to know this guy does not like black people. Or just people of color in general. It's just this is just sad. This is just fucking sad.
it's crazy.
2020 and we had and well, I mean it's not I mean this happened in 2017, but man, people Ray Fish being treated like shit on that set, man. I just and it sucks that it's Joss Whedon.
Yeah,
Like
it
I'm like,
doesn't sit right with me that the studio was kind of trying to cover this up, you know?
yeah. And the
It
fact that Forbes took down the interview as soon as like the press for Joss Whedon spoke out, I was like, the internet and in the famous words of the social network, the internet is not written in pencil; it is written in ink, and you cannot erase what is in ink.
hmm
Honestly, this makes sense why he's not at Marvel anymore. Um, it makes a little sense, which is crazy, but boy, what are your thoughts, man? I've let out my disappointment. What are your thoughts?
Um I like to separate the art from the artist a lot. So, I'll continue to, watch Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron over again.
Obviously,
But Joss Whedon, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
yeah.
Like, if this shit is true, you need to like rethink your life. it it's You made this movie in 2017 and you were getting rid of colored people because you didn't like the color of their skin. Like, grow the fuck up. grown ass man grown ass man. It's so crazy. It's so crazy to me. And like I said, it doesn't sit right with me that the studio was trying to cover this up, and then Forbes is
Yeah.
over here like trying to like take down like interviews of like Ray Fisher and shit. Once
Oh,
like
I didn't
just
hear about that shit.
Yeah, I think that happened recently. They reported something about like Ray Fisher, and then they took it down or something like that. I don't remember the details like 100%, but it's this whole situation doesn't sit right with me. And you know what? If Ray Fisher's claims are true, I hope he like wins this case.
I think he's gonna win this case. Just the more and more we get, the more we hear, the more fish shit, man. Um, I understand why the other actors spoke because they're they're bigger now. But man, Ray Fisher, I'm telling you, man, if he wins this, and he probably will, this is might be a little bit of a game changer in the industry. Because I know in the industry, it's like, oh, you can't talk shit about this person, or else they don't want to talk to you with you anyway. There's a big difference in talking shit and like spitting facts.
Yeah,
There's a difference with,
literally.
oh yeah, Harvey Weinstein's he's a disgusting guy. He'll just do radical shit time to time. That's different from, yeah, Harvey Weinstein tried to like fucking rape me in my room. Like, there's a difference. When you say disgusting, people are like, oh, he probably like farts and like does some like nasty ass shit in public. Disgusting is very different from rape, y'all. Or like
Yeah,
that's way different. That's not even disrespect. That's just like real shit. That's like, hey, that guy needs to be checked in. So
yeah. There's a huge difference between saying this person sucks and saying this person edited all the colored people out of the movie. It's like, no.
this person sucked, and to this person trying to make me suck his dick. Like, there's a big difference in
Yeah,
that. There's a big difference in the way he uses. Like, Uh, anyway, look, I think by the end of the day, I'm so fucking glad that the last thing we're seeing from is not his cut. I'm so glad it's Zack Snyder's. Um, if I was Hollywood as a person, well, actually, I don't want to be Hollywood because Hollywood's a lot of weird shit. But if I was in
Hollywood.
charge of what happens to Joss Whedon, he would never direct anything else ever again in his life. Um, that's just really fucked up. So that's the end of our rant. Miguel, any final words?
Nah, that shit don't sit right with me. That's all.
Yeah. Come on, Josh. You gotta stop being such a. Well, not that you're gonna stop, but what the fuck. Our next piece of news of DC news is the CW premiere dates. January 17th, Batwoman Season 2. February 8th, Black Lightning, not Season 3, Season 4, which is pretty tight. February 23rd, we got The Flash Season 7, and the one I'm looking forward to the most, Superman and Lois Season 1. Miguel, what are your thoughts about them announcing these new dates, and also what show are you looking forward to the most, or which one do you think will be willing to give a chance?
Um, uh, I'm looking. I'm looking forward, like the ones that I'm looking forward to the most: Batwoman season 2 and Superman and Lois.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Flash season 7. I don't know. I still have to catch up with season 6, but it's iffy so far. It's definitely better than seasons 3 and 3 to 5, but it's still kind of getting there. And apparently, season 7 is supposed to feel a lot more like the first two seasons. And if that's true, then shit, I'm on board. But I'm gonna be cautious at the same time. Superman and Lois, I'm definitely excited. Especially I want to see if they address the whole, if they somehow figure out like a solution for the whole Supergirl ending stuff. And Batwoman season 2, like I said, I'm excited for it because the new actress, she seems like committed. She seems like she wants to be there. So I have confidence that they're gonna execute this new season properly.
Yeah. Um, Superman always I know I'll probably give Batwoman Season 2 a chance. I'm gonna see the how it starts, and from there I'll see Superman and Lois. Look, he's had a hard time. I bet you when Superman and Lois comes out, half people are like, oh, it feels like the old Superman. I love it. And the other half are like, it feels like the old Superman. I don't love it. That's just the nature of how people
Where's
are.
the dark and grittiness?
Yeah. God, you know what that reminded me of? Do you remember when this one guy on the internet said he was gonna make like a darker version of Shazam, like his own cut, but it doesn't be filled within the Batman versus uh, people, man,
Man,
people.
people can't be
Anyway,
satisfied. It's crazy.
my point here is I'm excited. I think Superman Lois will be mostly a homage to the olden days, like Richard Donner Superman, but I think they're gonna address some of that heavy shit too, like how Man of Steel was. Not that they addressed, big shit, but just that like realistic core theme of like the immigration story. I think they're gonna address that all, which is I'm sorry, Man of Steel is fucking amazing. Cinema. I fucking
It's
said it.
pretty good.
My point here is Superman Lois, because I love Superman. He's one of my favorites of all time as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But I gotta admit, my heart, mi corazón, is broken, bro. No Legends of Tomorrow season 6 in
Oh
there.
yeah,
I'm heartbroken. That's my favorite CW superhero show.
that's right, huh? I didn't even notice that. It's crazy.
They gonna cancel my baby? I'm just kidding. No, they won't. But maybe season 6. But season 5. I mean, maybe season 7. But man, look. I know it looks cringy, but I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling
It's such a
everyone who
fun
watches
show.
this.
It's such a fun show.
Legends of Tomorrow is Doctor Who, but with superheroes. Oh, the character arcs every episode. Specifically, they peaked to season 4. Season 4 is where that show peaks. Season 5 is pretty good, but damn, season 4 is so damn good. And I mean really good. Like there's some shit they said you don't even see going. It's so good. Y'all gotta check that show out. And that's just my little please watch this tomorrow show. Any final thoughts before we move on to the golden age, the golden news of the week? I'm just kidding, it's
Hmm.
not that golden, but
Nah, I think that's it.
well, that will do for the CW things. Now for our final DC topic, we got our first look at Red Hood from Titan season 3. There is some concept art, and the actor who plays Jason Todd He just posted a photo with him and the iconic Red Hood mask. Miguel, what are your thoughts?
The suit looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it
Yeah, the
doesn't look
concept
that
art looks
bad.
pretty good too.
Yeah.
Um, Go ahead, please.
I'm worried about how they use Red Hood though, because I don't believe his origin is connected with Joker in the Titans
Uh-huh.
universe. So I don't think it's gonna work out. But the suit looks good. I've heard people say it looks like cosplay. I can see that, but at the same time, I'm still gonna give the suit a chance.
Um, I don't know, cause I thought he died in season two. Died, but apparently some people was like, no, he's just injured. So that's a little weird. And then I'm hearing we might see Joker and Tide is like, I don't know. That's a little too loose for the big man. Joker is a little bit too powerful. We didn't even see him in the crossover, and there was rumor we were gonna see Mark Hamill as the Joker
Oh,
in
that's right,
the
huh?
in the Crisis on Infinite
I
Earths.
still can't believe we didn't see that. I was waiting on that moment.
Yeah, I think the point here is that yeah, it looks good. I don't trust Titans because it tries too hard to be Daredevil, but it tries too hard to be a CW show at
And
the
it
same
always has that ugly blue filter. Like who the
Always.
fuck?
I remember I got hyped for season two. I was like, okay, I'm going to watch Titans. And they took away that blue. No, it's still there.
It's like whichever editor is putting on the blue filter, you gotta get him out of here. Cause,
Yeah, you gotta get that guy out.
cause
It's
come
not good.
on, bro. Who the fuck thinks that's a good idea?
I don't know. I think it just made it look cool and edgy, but obviously that's not how it works.
And it makes it look so bad.
Either way, maybe I'll give Titans a shot one of these days again. Because if season three is great, and we're like, oh, it turns short, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I have to
I'll
watch it.
watch it. But yeah, I think that's about it with our DC news. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, now to our final big topics in the Lucasfilm realm. And this is crazy because I thought this. So there's a rumor out there that we are getting a Force Unleashed 3. It's a rumor, and I thought it was fucking fake because I really thought it was we got this covered. Apparently, it's not, which is the craziest part. Apparently, it's not we got this covered. It's this website called comicbooknews.com, and it's pretty reliable. It's like one of these big media courts, and the guy, I think his name is Brandon Davis, the guy who hosts it. He must have like let out that he's heard somewhere on an article or somewhere that like we're getting a Force Unleashed 3. So the big question for me, and I know Miguel's having like his moment of wow, is so are they gonna make Force Unleashed 1 and 2 canon, or is this still its own thing? Or is it its separate world? I'm pretty sure it's its own separate world, but like I'm very excited. I love Sam Witwer. He is awesome. He is amazing as Darth Maul, and I we all love him as Star Killer. But man, if he comes back, I'm all for that shit. Miguel, your time of remnants. What are your thoughts?
I'm so fucking happy right now, bro. If these rumors are true, man, I want that Vader series with Starkiller in it. I want it. I need it. I need it. Look, the Force Unleashed one is my favorite Star Wars game of all time, and I stick by that. Even with like the whole Knights of Old Republic and all that, I still stick by my claim. Force Unleashed two, I I I did I liked it a little bit, yeah, but overall it was pretty bad. But we always heard like the plans for like Force Unleashed 3 and stuff like that, and how like it was how they canceled it, and it was always unfortunate. But if they're making it canon again, I am on board.
Yeah, I again, it's a rumor, and it's a valid rumor. Not valid as in it's real, but it's just like it's not. We got this covered, so
It's
that means this is
credible.
legit. That could
it's
happen. Um,
especially coming from Brandon Davis.
yeah, I don't think it can. I think Brandon Davis just work at comicbooknews.com, and I
Mm.
think some of them must have written an article about it. But my point here is, if they do it, the graphics. Oh,
Oh, the graphics are gonna be insane, man.
I hope my challenge to them, and I know they're not gonna listen, but this is my dream is that Force Unleashed 3 is like open world. And not
Yes,
stupid and
I think I wasn't it
this is
supposed to
one
be. I think.
this is one of the things I hate about Jedi Fallen Order. It is not open world. Ladies and gentlemen, that it has structures that you have to follow no matter what. Okay? And I hate how everyone's you can travel to planets. Bitch, there's only 4 planets you can travel to. What you mean? That's a bit if they go full if they're doing what the Skywalker saga is doing is like you could open world walk in like space. You do that Force Unleashed 3. You was a great fucking story. You show us how Starkiller has become OPOP. That will be awesome. And you're gonna complete this guy's nerdist, wettest, geekiest dream. So honestly, I can't wait. And if I'm being honest, I think they could do a mini series off of the Force Unleashed.
Yeah, like a
I think
Star
they could do
Killer
that,
series.
but I think it'd be animated. I don't give a fuck though, because animation does some wild shit time to time. But yeah, my thoughts is like Force
Ooh, with
Unleashed
that Clone
3.
Wars animation, the season 7 animation. Ooh, I'd be down for that.
Hmm.
I'd be down for that.
So yeah, man, I'm hyped as fuck. I hope this is real. I really do. Uh, any more thoughts, Miguel, bro?
Yeah. If this really is in development, um, I'm glad because like you said, Sam Witwer. I fucking love him, man. He is so great as Star Killer. He's even better as Darth Maul. It's oh man, I've been waiting on this moment. And if they do make Star Killer canon, then Rey's not gonna be the most powerful character anymore in the Star Wars universe.
That's true.
It'll be Star Killer because
That's true.
I if I remember correctly, he went toe to toe with the Emperor too.
And he fucked him up.
Yeah, he put quite a bit of a fight. I mean, so did Rey, but
I don't know, man. I'm
we're talking about Prime Emperor here. We're talking about
pretty
Prime
sure he
Emperor.
blocked it with both of his hands and caused an explosion. Ray used like fucking lightsabers, not her fucking hands.
Yeah,
Anyway, our point here is this is amazing, and we cannot wait.
Star Wars is making big moves, especially.
And I don't want to blow
especially
up anybody, but Kathleen Kennedy's about to leave, so that could be part of it. That could be part of it.
yeah.
Our final piece of Star Wars news. It's not even news. It's just more of a topic. Mandalorian season 2 first episode dropped, and I gotta say, as much as we've been getting shit about their marketing, uh, I understand why their marketing was shit now.
I forgive him. I forgive him. I forgive him. Disney, I'll let it slide this time. I'll let it slide this time. Look, like I said, Disney is making big moves with Star Wars, and it shows, especially with Mando. The budget has clearly skyrocketed.
Oh
Especially
yeah.
especially with this episode, bro.
There's a scene where it goes from white to the foot. I was like, oh, you was gonna put this shit out in theaters, weren't you, you little fucker? But man, yes, I agree. I wouldn't say I forgive them. I still think you could have shown the certain big baddie of the week as like the hook of the trailers. But look, I calculate there's about 5 to 6 planets. There's like 5 planets in the trailer. We've seen 2, so now there only remains 3 planets for me. This means if each planet is one episode, there is about 3 planets we haven't seen, which is amazing. I think that's awesome, and I just if every episode has something huge like this, okay, I forgive them. But it has to be every episode. Every episode has to be something really fucking big. So, but yeah, that's just me. At the end of the day, this episode was great. I don't want to go into spoilers because it's still Saturday. People still haven't caught up. Um, we could do something in if we talk about an episode or two. Nothing confirmed. But all I'm saying is, yeah, this episode was great. John Favreau, he clearly loves Star Wars a lot, and it shows. Pedro Pascal, great. Baby Yoda, beautiful as always. And yeah, I think this episode was fucking killer.
No. To me, this episode felt more like it could have been like a season finale than a season opener,
Really?
mainly because of the ending. And because of how
Oh
grand this episode
yes.
was, and especially the length, it was like a whole Star Wars short film, bro.
Yeah.
And I have no complaints, man. I love this episode, and actually, I wouldn't. Would that be a spoiler? Like a saying like a cameo in the episode. It's not like one of the big ones. It's more like a one that you have to like look closely at or even rewatch the episode for. Would that be a spoiler?
It's not the one
At the end,
right
not the
at
one.
the,
No.
is it?
Huh?
It's not the one at the end, is it?
I don't know. Here you can keep on talking. I'll type in the chat.
Uh, I don't know. Um, did you send it?
Yes,
Oh, yeah. So in this episode, and it's not really a spoiler, but
because
Miguel.
it's hard to see. Yeah, Sam Witwer makes a cameo.
Yes,
We
cameo.
were just talking about because he's Star Killer in Force Unleashed and he voices Darth Maul in the Clone Wars. So he's definitely still involved with Star Wars even after Clone Wars, which is great
I
to
think he's gonna be Darth Maul in the
Kenobi.
Solo sequel.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Kenobi.
I don't think he's popping up with Kenobi, but I do think he's gonna pop up in that Solo sequel, and I do think they're gonna get Sam Witwer to be the live action Darth Maul as well.
I think he did the voice in Solo, didn't he?
He did. I
Yeah,
was
but they
like, that's Sam
got
Witwer's voice, and that works so much better. I was just rewatching the fight with him and Ahsoka. So
oh man, so
so
great.
good. But man, yeah. We got 7 more episodes to go. They're longer, 52 minutes. We've been asking about that for fucking years. But yeah, I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped for it. Miguel, any final words of this first episode?
We could probably expect a trailer for the next episode on Monday, maybe.
I don't think they did that before.
I know, but I think they're gonna drop teasers for each episode. That's what I'm guessing. And if they do, I think we might see a small one on Monday, just
Hmm,
to continue hyping up the episode.
maybe. I do. Perhaps we shall know. That didn't make sense. I do expect something like that would happen, but we don't know.
I mean,
Anyway,
with the
guys.
marketing team, I kind of don't.
I mean, I was like, okay, maybe they're hiding a lot of shit. Maybe something big happens every episode. So
If
that
it's
would
as
be.
big as the ending of episode one, then shit.
I would be surprised if like episode 2 picks up right after episode 1, and then a certain adventure happens with certain characters. Oh man. Anyway, that would do for this episode of Film Pub. There wasn't much, and yet we still talked over for like 2 hours, I think.
This is
So
fucking
we're just
crazy.
talkers at this point. Be safe. Be well. My name is Alex.
I'm Miguel.
Till next time. Yeah.